Hello, everyone. I'm Chuang. Today we are going to learn about the hippopotamus. The hippopotamus is a unique African animal. They are very fat and round. A hippo has a big mouth, a relatively large head, very short legs, and a small tail. For most of their lives, they stay in the water. Although their skin is thick, they are afraid of the sun. They usually immerse themselves in the water to lower their body temperature. First, one of its biggest features is a big mouth. It can open its mouth very wide, and it has a few thick and strong fangs. The most salient fangs are the 4 very long fangs on the lower jaw, 2 of which are protruding upward, while the other 2 stick out forward. The main function of these fangs is for combat, to prevent predators from attacking it. Also, in competition between hippos, the fangs are weapons. In general, when 2 hippos fight, they will first open their mouth and compare the size. The one with larger mouth wins. When they nevertheless decide to have a physical fight, this fight is certainly terrifying. When one shuts its mouth, it will have a very strong bite force to inflict grave damage. The hippopotamus is an omnivorous animal. It used to be considered a herbivore that mainly eats plants, but in recent years, we have discovered that it still preys on small animals. Sometimes it even bites and defeat those attackers. Attackers, like crocodiles, attack hippos and the hippo will fight back, kill the crocodile and eat the crocodile. Examples like this have been reported. Its body is round and very strong. The width of the entire body is much wider than the limbs, making it look funny. The 2 legs are closer to the center. If you look from below, its legs are relatively close, but the belly part is barrel-shaped and looks inflated and funny. On top of the head of hippopotamus, the skin on top is very thick, and its 2 eyes and nostrils are facing up. Therefore, most of the time, when it submerges itself in the water, it just needs to pop the head out a bit to show its nostrils and eyes and stick out its ears a bit, so it can observe the environment outside and breathe at the same time. So, its eyes, ears, and nostrils are basically on the same level. In addition, the hippopotamus has a very keen sense of smell. Though its ears are small, it has quite good hearing. But it has poor vision. The hippopotamus mouth is very wide and thick, despite having very long fangs. When it shuts its mouth, the very thick lips can completely enclose the teeth. The hippopotamus belongs to the order Artiodactyla, the even-toed ungulates. Now we classify this group into the order Artiodactyla, meaning that hippos and cetaceans are biologically related. At first glance, the hippopotamus and cetaceans are completely different. But in fact, many early ancestors of cetaceans, such as Ambulocetus, had a body structure similar to that of hippos. Taking a close look, we can see that the hippopotamus and whales have common features. For example, both have a big head and the same big mouth. The hippopotamus is somewhat like cetaceans in having similar teeth structure. Besides, it has a big mouth and can make a loud sound. In most cases, before seeing a hippopotamus, you hear it. Its iconic roar is a bit like the sound of starting an engine, a very loud cry. The hippopotamus has another feature, its little tail. Though its tail is short, it is very flexible. There's no hair at the end of the tail. Unlike many other animals, which use their tail to drive away mosquitoes, it lives in the water and does not need to repel insects. But its tail has another function. When it goes ashore to defecate, it wipes its buttock with its tail. When defecating, it rotates the tail like a propeller and to spray the feces. Its limbs are tiny. Since it stays in the water for a long time, and seldom goes ashore or moves about on the land, therefore, it does not have the thick hooves that many animals running on land have. It has a few very stubby fingers or toes, with tiny nails at the tips of them. The pads look very thick. The whole foot does not seem to be sturdy, and it is unsuitable for long walks. The stout body of the hippopotamus also shows that it is an animal not to be messed with. Don't be fooled by the cute appearance of hippos, because it is a bad-tempered animal. Even lions, the top predator in Africa, tend to stay away from hippos. Animals like rhinoceros generally do not dare to fight the hippopotamus head-on. Large animals like rhinoceros have bad temper. If they meet hippos, and they violate each other's territory, they usually growl or pretend to chase to scare the enemy away. The above is some information about the hippopotamus.